If you or someone you love has ever been in the care of a home or community care worker, you know how vital these people are in our lives at a time when we're most vulnerable. These are the workers that come into our home and tend to our immediate needs. They reassure us when we're anxious, and they're often the people who allow us to stay in the comfort of our own home rather than go into a hospital or an institution. But home care workers usually work alone, and the sad reality is that this can put them at risk of violence and aggression.
What we're going to do is start off.
Training sessions like this are becoming common for healthcare professionals. For 15 years, Hugh Palmore has been teaching healthcare workers how to stay safe from aggression and violence on the job.
Workers are vulnerable. They work on their own. They're going into all kinds of locations for periods of time where they're focusing on the care of the patient, and they really need to be able to pick up on warning signs. And the training is really critical for that.
Hi there, Mr. Smith. How are you today?
Yeah, come on.
It
took you long enough to get here, eh?
You seem a little anxious about my visit here.
I'm not anxious about your visit.
Okay, well, we just want to dress up that lady.
Yeah. You know what? I know one thing. If I had a girlfriend, wife, something like that, wouldn't want her going around to strangers' houses and just helping people. No one would hear if anything happened, would they?
Let's get that dressed here.
Yeah, we'll just go in the back room. It's easier for me to get down there.
It's probably better if we do it here.
No, it doesn't work here.
Not trusting intuition, very common, focusing mostly on patient care instead of her own care and safety. Hate to accuse my patient of maybe doing something or planning something nasty that could ruin the therapeutic dialogue, as people call it, and so on, versus saying, I just need to get out of here.
I know one thing. If I had a girlfriend or wife, I wouldn't want her just going around to strangers' houses and helping dress their wounds. No one even knows something happened to you, would they?
We have really great work-alone plans at work. Lots of plans in place. My office knows where I am at all times. So I understand you're a little anxious today, but let's just get that dressing done and...
Yeah, we'll get the dressing. Come on, we'll go to the back room. It'll be nice and easy.
I'd really prefer if we did it here, sir.
There's not enough room here. I'm telling you, it's much easier back in my room.
If you just give me a moment, I've actually got an emergency page, so if you just hang on for a second, sir, I'll be right back.
No, listen, stay here.
Starts talking about, again, presenting these warning signs, and quickly she's now focusing on her safety instead of the emotions and saying, I think it's time for me to move back. She mentioned an emergency page that had come through. She set a boundary. As soon as he started moving in towards, you saw the hand come, which was saying that's far enough. She was assertive, and then eventually she's saying it's time to leave.
Keeping home care workers safe is important to all of us. As long as they're safe, they can stay on the job, and we get caring support when we need it most. Remember, for home and community care workers, our home is their workplace, and we all have a responsibility to keep that workplace safe. For WorkSafeBC, I'm Maria LaRose.